What if I told you one of my secrets to taking better photos is to stop taking photos? You might think I'd gone a little cuckoo. Knowing when not to click is just as important as knowing when to not hold back. Yes, practice matters, being out often matters, but what doesn't help is taking thousands of frames without noticing the little things that tell you that the shot won't work. Today I'm going to share with you 10 scenarios where I hold my fire so I come home with quality, not quantity, and go from frustration to flow. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. I'm Sonia and this is Morty, and we're here to help you make the most of your time in the field and shoot with creative confidence. My first stop shooting scenario, birds way up high. Steep angles, snippets of blue sky, and zero engagement are far more likely than a good shot. Not every birdie hotspot is a photo hotspot, and tall trees, usually a pass. The fix, move to areas with lower perches and look for those eye level opportunities. Big shadows, blown highlights, dull colour. Although I go over how to push the limits in my midday magic video, it's still difficult to get a good result in summer with bright sun high overhead. The fix, pay careful attention to the light and stop shooting when your shadow is shorter than you. Make the most of overcast days with the extended shooting time they bring. My next no-go zone is having the background right up close behind the bird. You need that separation to get those beautiful, creamy, dreamy backgrounds. Speaking of foregrounds and backgrounds, my next little cohort, the Beautiful Background Masterclass, is coming up soon. Link in the description. Blue sky isn't bad, it's just not got the creative and tonal edge that elevates a shot. And it can look a little bit empty. It can be hard to avoid, especially with birds in flight. The fix is to alter your position or hold your fire until you have distant hills or trees in the background, which adds more interest and depth. Even diffusing some of the blue sky with distant foliage makes a difference. Get creative and try shooting through branches for a gentle, colourful blur. It's not always easy to spot this one until it's too late, but training yourself to look at everything in the frame is the key to success. A little bit of wispy foreground across the bird can add context, but less is more. The fix can be as easy as remembering to check the whole frame with a micro move to the left or right. Backgrounds and foregrounds are just as important as the subject, which is why I go in depth on these elements in my masterclass linked below. A few quick fixes are to pay attention to your position and always look for a better angle. Avoid shooting into the middle of trees, and remember, your bird shot is only as good as the setting, so if it's not right, keep moving, there's always another chance up ahead. There are many creative light angles, but a face in shadow is a no. It just lacks engagement. If the light puts the eyes in darkness, the fix is to wait for the head turn or change position. Don't rush into shooting. Wait until you and the bird are in the best possible position and then fire away. Being far away isn't a problem if you deploy this fix. Look at it as taking a landscape photo with a bird in it, otherwise known as a small in frame. It's a great technique if you don't have a lot of focal length, but if it doesn't work as a landscape shot, it's just going to look like you're too far away. Even if the face isn't in shadow, if the bird is looking away or flying away, it's going to miss the mark most of the time. Of course, there's always exceptions, but it's that much more difficult to get a great shot when visual connection is lost. The fix, be patient and wait for that turn back or glance that creates connection and elevates the shot. Yes, this actually does happen. A good rule of thumb is if you're going to chop a bit off your bird in the frame, make sure it's a decent chunk so it looks deliberate. And don't forget to stop down your aperture as your depth of field gets shallower the closer you are to your subject. You can see in this pigeon here, my eye just isn't quite sharp because I was so close. If I don't think I can stop down and reframe quick enough, I just let it go. Every no is a yes to something better. Observe more and shoot less, and you'll build rock solid technique that leads to confident professional results. Happy birding and talk to you soon. There's the eastern whipbird up there too. Did you hear that?